The lady was like, oh, your bridesmaid said I should stop making her dress. You're delivering me my dress the night before I'm leaving when I've given you almost like a year's notice. I think a white wedding is so significant.
Intimate.
It's an intimate thing. You're getting married and you're just inviting every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Yeah. No, I hear it.
Because they can be your blood, but you might not necessarily be close to them. You don't see how, they're going to support your day. You don't see how they're going to add value. So
there's no question about it. I'm not making her bridesmaid. I've already picked them out. My mum said that my aunt will be heartbroken, but she backed my decision.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I was saying, I won't lie. At first I was angry. No, I was angry.
And you know what?
I have to be honest. I was upset.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Bride's Room. You guys, you pretty much know the vibes already, guys. You know what it is. We're back again to talk about another bridal experience, and today I got a special guest, a very, very special guest actually. We have Jennifer Olaleye in the building, former MUA and YouTuber. Yes. Can we get a round of applause, please? Woo!
Yes.
Go you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Thank you. I was so excited. I was like, when you hit me, I was like, yes.
No, I needed to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honoured to have you here today. You recently got married.
Yes, in 2022.
Amazing. And your bridal experience, did you love it?
Loved my bridal experience. I was living for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. I even miss it. I remember when it finished.
Yeah.
I was bored.
Really? Yeah, I felt that.
I was like, what do I do with myself now?
No,
I literally had nothing to do. So I do miss it.
But no, I'm glad to have you here seated. We've been talking through the DMs and there's a lot to talk about today.
Absolutely.
So I know the people are going to enjoy today's episode. And just before, we get into this episode, where can people find you, please?
So Jennifer Olaleye on everything. Well, I say everything. I only have Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, okay.
So Jennifer Olaleye.
No worries. And with that being said, guys, enjoy today's episode and speak to you soon. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, girl. I'm good.
Welcome to the Bride's Room.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, for those of you that don't know, we have Jennifer, former MUA YouTuber. You still a YouTuber as well?
Not anymore. But
oh my God.
Former,
yeah. Former YouTuber, Instagram, all of that, social media.
Yeah.
One of the OGs that I'd like to say.
Well.
Yeah,
okay. I'll take it.
And you're here today, obviously. You've recently gone through the bridal process.
I have.
I can't wait to get into your story because I'm sure you've got a lot to say.
I have. I definitely have.
Yeah, you've got a lot to say, but no, let's get into it. So how's your week been, first of all? How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Happy that it's the weekend. I've had a hectic week. So just stress Monday to Friday. So whenever it's like Saturday, I always try to prioritize me.
Yeah.
Well, I try. That doesn't mean I always do.
Yeah.
But I do try. So I'm good.
The other day, everyone was talking about vendors, and I thought, you know what? I think it's going to be amazing that you come in because you used to do bridal makeup, isn't it? So I do need someone to just shed light. Like, are we crazy as brides, or are some vendors actually as mad as we think they actually are?
Okay. 50-50.
Is it 50-50?
Yeah. No,
I want you to.
I think because I've been on both sides, I guess I'm like, you need to give vendors grace because I get it. Because I think what people forget is that vendors are individuals. And I'm not excusing people's nonsense because people do nonsense. I'm not saying they don't. But I think people compare like an individual vendor to Tesco or Waitrose or like big companies that have multiple people, that have CEOs, that have, I don't know, managers and so on and so forth. You have some vendors, they're the one and only for their business.
Yeah.
They deliver the service, they do the emails,
Yeah.
they do everything. And I think sometimes people forget that. So that is me coming from being a vendor. Obviously, we're not humans. Humans will always be humans. Humans are not
100%.
perfect. Then coming from the perspective of a bride, I get it. I get why people get upset. I get why people get angry because you're spending a lot of money. And I had my fair share of incidents with different vendors.
Yeah. And when did you get engaged?
When did I get engaged? Well, it's been a while now. I think I got engaged. March 2021. Okay. 26th of March 2021.
Okay. That's not that long ago.
Oh, it feels ages.
Yeah, I know.
It was just after the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it feels like it was a while ago.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And then when did you have your... So you got engaged in March, and then did you get married within a year?
So I got married April... Well, trad was March 25th, 2022. And then white wedding was 2nd of April, or April 2nd,
Oh, yeah, actually, I remember, because you had the same videographer as us.
Yeah, Marvin.
Shout out Marvin. I know, right? Shout out Marvin Films. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was a year
after
the engagement.
Okay, lovely. So let's get into it. How did you find your process? Let's talk about it. Let's be real as well.
Okay.
We only give true tea here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Most people always say they hate their process. I loved my process.
Okay.
I loved it because I'm a busybody. So I like doing stuff.
I hear you.
And I guess every girl, well, not every girl, but most people dream about their wedding and stuff like that. So when it was happening for me, I was really excited.
It was lit. Yeah, no, I hear you.
I found it really fun. Obviously, it had its moments. There were some parts of it that were really stressful.
Engaging with crazy people.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to say that it was the most smooth or most perfect process, but overall, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I was living for it. So I actually miss it.
What did you enjoy the most?
I guess, like I said, I'm a busybody, so I enjoyed putting stuff together.
Okay.
I enjoyed like the whole AWOL process.
Oh, really? I avoided that with all of my heart.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't think I even really gave out that much, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, only my brides. Well, I had 20, but only those 20
bridesmaids.
Yeah, for my tribe. Yeah.
That's a lot of bridesmaids.
Shout out, gang.
Wow.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed like getting my outfits made.
Oh, lovely.
Just speaking to vendors.
And you looked gorgeous. I was like, ooh, this is very pretty.
Thank you.
Very pretty. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So it was fun because I went to Nigeria. Like most of my vendors, all of my dresses, no, minus my white, but my other outfits were all made in Nigeria.
Oh, nice.
So that was fun going to Nigeria, and then a lot of the fabrics we went to Dubai. So small little holiday.
So were you before you did all of that? Were you comfortable with going to Nigeria prior to your wedding, or you went like for the first time?
So that was I like to say it was my first time.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't because I went when I was 7, but that didn't really count.
No. Okay, no. It's good to know because I only thought people that are comfortable with going to Nigeria do that kind of thing.
Yeah, it didn't really count. I think I went with my mum, so it was okay.
Yeah.
I knew what I was going for. I knew I wasn't going for enjoyment. I only went for like 6 days.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Vendors in Nigeria.
They're not okay.
It's not okay.
Yeah, I do think, this is my opinion, and I could be completely wrong, but from what I've seen, I do feel like they basically try to replicate what the vendors here in the UK are doing.
Really?
I do think so. Not replicate, sorry, when I say replicate, I mean in terms of like service-wise. But they are better though, I will say that. They do make better.
Because I agree, I think
the planners are better, the dressmakers are better. Absolutely. So they definitely are worth the penny. It's a very pretty penny. But I think, sorry, I'm just speaking now. But I do think gone are the days where people could get like excellent work for like half the price. Yeah. They know their worth now, basically is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so I think I completely agree with what you said. I think the vendors in Nigeria are better than I don't want to insult people, but they're really good.
They're really good.
They know what they're doing over there,
Yeah.
but they charge like these luxury prices and they don't offer luxury services. And I think that is where the problem is. Because if you're charging XY amount and you're giving like the best service ever, then
go for it.
You can't argue with that. But if you're charging crazy prices and I have to be chasing you to send me pictures of my dress.
That's crazy.
You're delivering me my dress the night before I'm leaving when I've given you almost like a year's notice.
The night before?
Yeah. So my experience in Nigeria was I don't think there was one vendor who was excellent. I didn't even get to wear the dress.
No. Yeah. Why? How many dresses did you have?
So for the white, I was supposed to have 2 outfit changes, excluding my
your white dress.
My white dress.
Yeah.
I didn't get to wear one of them because we ran out of time.
No way.
Oh my gosh, girl, that day. Yeah.
So why did you run out of time then? Because I think it's really important for people. I think time management, I feel like you can spend all the money you have, £1 million, whatever, but it's so crucial to manage your time. And obviously, I don't know how your day went, but
I never in a million years ever thought I would be that late bride.
Really?
Never.
Really?
It wasn't even something that crossed my mind, but now looking back, I can see why I was.
Accountability.
Yeah. You have to take accountability. Yeah. I can see why I was, because I never put timing at the forefront of my mind, because I was just like, I have a planner. That is what my planner's for. Why should I be the one?
So you had a planner,
watch?
Like someone? So
yeah, planner and coordinator.
Same person or two
same
different people?
person.
Oh wow, okay.
So I just thought
she'll manage it.
Do you know what I mean? But obviously, hindsight. Well, it's easy to look back now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I think if I was more on the ball and working alongside the coordinator, then maybe we would have been on time. But because I just left everything to her, not to say that she was bad, but if you're not keeping an eye on something as well, anything can happen.
Yeah. So for those of us that haven't used, because not everybody is fortunate enough to actually have a planner for their wedding.
Yeah.
So just so that people understand, what are the benefits of actually having a planner? Is a planner actually supposed to manage the time for you? What is their role in this whole process? Because if you didn't get that, then what was she or he doing?
We need to, I guess we can highlight the difference between a planner and a coordinator.
Yeah.
So a planner is obviously someone who supports you through your planning process. And then I think the coordinator is the person who runs the day or manages the day for you.
Yeah.
So obviously you have some event planners who do both. They offer planning services and coordination, or sometimes I think some brides probably just go for coordination if they can plan. So I had both and it was like the same person. So the question was, what are the benefits?
Yeah.
Right? I think if you're good at planning, even if you're not necessarily good at planning, but if you have a team or you and your partner want to do things yourself, I think you can plan yourself to cut costs. I don't think a planner is needed, but I think what is needed is a coordinator.
Yeah.
Because you need someone to make sure your day runs smoothly,
seamlessly,
making sure vendors are where they're supposed to be, bridal parties where they're supposed to be, parents are where they're supposed to be. So I think if you're going to choose between a planner or coordinator, definitely get a coordinator, because it's needed.
Yeah.
It's necessary, because you're the celebrant. You can't keep your eyes on everything. And when people volunteer and say, "Oh, I will help you," it's okay.
Don't even, just run.
Just don't. Yeah, just
run.
And they have good intentions.
I know.
It's not that they have bad intentions, but I think it's just better to just pay someone for the
that
service.
There's no emotional attachment. You can literally get onto them without it being awkward after the wedding or anything like that. I agree as well.
Yeah.
I'm quite shocked as well, because you're not the first person I've seen with the planners that that you have to be so hands-on with them. Yeah, with planners, I've seen people complain about how
being hands-on.
Having to be hands-on, where it's kind of I think in a lot of people's minds, you've kind of pretty much outsourced your whole wedding. It's you deal with that. This is my vision, make it happen kind of thing. Is that what a planner's supposed to do? Because that's what I thought a planner was supposed to do. That's what I would have wanted.
I agree with you. Yeah. I think when you hand something over to a planner, and this is not even in reference to my planner, this is just in general. I think if I'm hiring you to be a planner, to be a coordinator, I think I should just be able to hand over everything to you and you do it. Yeah. Because you're a planner and that's what you're being paid to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a hands-on person, so irrespective of what I'm paying,
I know.
Always get
involved. That's the thing. And then I think that's where I agree. I'm the same as well. Yeah. That's why I didn't even bother getting a planner, because
you didn't have a planner.
I didn't have a planner. I planned my wedding myself.
No way.
Me and my husband, we planned it ourselves. Obviously, with the support of our families, but we pretty much knew the vision that we wanted. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, but I will say the cheat code was I actually have grown up in the events industry. So my mum's a planner and my dad's like, he's been doing events like as a DJ from young. So I know how that works. But so that helped me. And for me, I've always kind of known exactly what I want, how I want it, how an event should look. I've looked at all the others and I'm like, I don't want to be that angry bride. So but a coordinator, very, very, 100%. Very crucial. Yeah. Very crucial. Like you said, you don't need the person that's going to be like, oh, I'll manage them for you. No. And so, okay, anyway, park that to the side. You then had the amazing day that you had. Why did you actually run it? So your planner did do what she was meant, but what actually caused it? Was it...
Do you know what? Till this day, I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I cannot put my finger on it. I have no clue. Like, trust me, after the wedding, me and my mom, we had so many conversations.
Really?
And it's literally like...
Was it emotional for you? Really?
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? Yeah, the wedding trauma.
Really? I don't know. It is a thing. It is a thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a thing.
Like, this went wrong is the morning. We spent a lot of time taking pictures.
Oh, is it? But that's the good. I mean, at least you have pictures. Some people, they do
so everything. And then she says, well, you were late, but you have pictures.
You got something to show for it.
We kept people waiting. Oh,
don't worry. They'll be fine.
And they probably don't. Well, I hope they don't remember, but they probably don't remember.
Might not. Who cares?
Yeah. It's happened now, isn't it?
Okay, so we've been talking in the DMs, and I remember you said one of your vendors came an hour before the wedding started.
So, it's not that she came an hour before it started, but it was cocktail hour and she was still decorating. Oh.
Speak on it.
It was cocktail hour. Obviously, at the time, I didn't know this. It was...
I think we need to get guests to come and sit down and actually tell us, like, what did these... I don't think your guests might have even picked up on it, to be honest.
It was not the guest that told me.
Is it? Oh,
I didn't know about it until afterwards. So now, obviously, speaking to people and having conversations, everything made sense. Okay. Now it made sense why when I got to the venue, my planner whisked like me and my husband upstairs. I was thinking...
What's going on?
Yeah. But then again, when you're getting married, you're on a high. So you're not really... thinking, right? So I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
So anyway, apparently she was still decorating at like 4:30. Mind you, reception was scheduled to start at like, I can't remember, but I think it was like 5 o'clock, 5 or 5:30. People were outside having drinks and she was still decorating. She was still putting stuff on the table, still moving chairs. And then afterwards, I heard people were like, oh, did you know that your decorator was still decorating that?
I think the wedding guests that do that after the wedding,
they're bad. Yeah, they're bad because
you know the people that help people. It's like, I know,
right? I know.
I noticed. I did notice that. They're not checking. No, they're adding the spice into the.
No, I think they're adding spice.
They're adding spice.
They're adding spice.
Oh,
they're making it worse,
bad,
right?
Thank you, reporter.
No, like she was literally decorating. Now, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
She went above and beyond for us. I'm not even going to lie. Like, she did 2 of our events. I think she charged us around like 10K. I think that's really good for 2 events.
Wow.
No?
Me and Leslie can never relate to...
No? How much did you pay for your decor?
We paid 2K.
Who did you use?
Yeah, we did. You didn't know that? Are you serious?
You didn't know. If it's 2K, that's really...
Yeah, we went directly to the source though.
Right, okay.
And we went to we went to the sticks. We went into a farm.
2K.
Yeah, farm.
And you guys had a lot of guests,
We had a lot of guests, yeah. And we had big sense of, yeah. People are out here getting bumped. I mean, sorry to sorry, man, but that's what
I thought 10K was good because I know someone, 2K. My friend, she got married as well for her white. The decorator charged her like 6K alone for the white. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought I got like a
no. I'm sure you did. To be fair, I saw your wedding. Your wedding.
2K.
The trick was though, I feel like, and we have to be honest. This is why like my podcast exists. Like, there's no point of having this platform if we don't give the tea, right?
Yeah.
So. We cut corners. Well, we didn't cut corners, but we did a lot of negotiation of like, okay, we're going to take this off, add this, take this off, and like put the decor where people would see it the most.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, for example, we had the staging that was like the big, like massive, like 6-foot gate, white roses, all of that. That was most of it. And then massive centerpieces. But then we mixed it up with like tiny centerpieces. So some tables would have like the big tree, some tables would have like tiny little things. And then like, for the first half of the room, we had charger plates, but then from the back, we didn't really have charger plates. Who's going to see that though? You look at, I like my wedding video. You ain't going to see that because they recorded what they
sit there are going to see
that's between them and God at the end of the day. Most people, for the average person, that's quite good.
Good for like 2 events.
Yeah.
For the white wedding, we had about, I'd say maybe like 375 guests.
Yeah.
For the trad, we had about 500.
And just so people know, where did you get married for the trad and the white wedding?
So the trad wedding was Prince and Princesses in North London. Yep. And the white wedding was Fairmont Windsor Park.
Oh, okay. That's a new venue, isn't it?
It is a new venue. Love that venue.
I think it's so pretty.
It was beautiful.
I think it's
there was
so,
one
so
thing I really wanted for that wedding. It was that venue. Yeah.
How did you find it? Because it was really, really, really new.
So it was new. When we found it, well, we didn't find it. Taste Haven, the caterer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She helped us source it. So we were looking for venues for quite some time.
Yeah.
And like she was starting to get onto us like, because we booked her first. We were one of the first vendors that we booked.
Okay.
And then she was like, you guys don't have a venue. You guys don't have a venue. Like, we're looking.
Oh, so you booked your food before you booked your venue?
So the vendors that we knew, we wanted, and we knew that these vendors are hotcake.
Yeah.
So you need to book them. And it was kind of coming out of COVID as well. Yeah. So a lot of weddings were being... Well, I'm saying we.
Yeah, I know. So these vendors are hotcake.
It was me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It'd be like that.
It was me.
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell him what vendors we want and he needed to go along with it. So the vendors that I want, I'm being politically correct, which is why I'm saying we. So the vendors that we wanted, we booked them like straight away because I didn't want to hear
that they're missing.
I'm booked or whatever. So we booked them first. So for us, that was 2. Then we went on like our venue hunt, venue search or whatever. Yeah. And we viewed quite a few venues. Yeah. So obviously coming as a vendor, I've seen a lot of the venues like before because I usually go there for bookings and stuff like that. But I think being a vendor and actually going there as a bride are like 2 different things. I don't know. It's just different because it's my wedding. You know,
do you get it?
So you're a bit more picky. So we went to see a lot of the venues again, but something about them just wasn't really like, I guess, clicking for us. Because one thing we really wanted is we wanted somewhere that had like a lot of greenery, but still modern. Yeah. And we found that a lot of the venues here, there's beautiful venues, don't get me wrong. They have greenery, but they're not modern.
Yes. Yeah.
Like there'll be like those kind of like country, old kind of, and if that's your thing, then cool. Like manor house, are they manor houses? Is that what people call them?
I think so.
But just like that kind of vibe.
Like Highlands, for example.
Yeah. Or they would be in like a marquee, and that wasn't really something that we were looking for. So Taste Haven, I think she just messaged me randomly one day. She was just like, oh, Jen, there's this venue that I think you'd like. And she told me the name. She was like, oh, Fairmont Windsor Park. She was like, but it doesn't exist. It's new. I was like, okay. So I literally went on my laptop. I was like, Mom, Taste Haven. She just told me about a venue. So I searched it. And you know when they have like those digital...
Yeah, the website.
Yeah. So... went on it and I was like, this looks amazing.
And it does.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly what we want. Yeah. Showed hubby. He always just gives his, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so I showed him. He wasn't too fast. Yeah. But it was me and my mum. Me and my mum were like this through the whole process. Yeah. So we were like, okay, we need to book a viewing. So Taste Haven, she booked it for us. Oh, wow. We got there for the first time and it was literally a construction site. Wow. We had to wear the boots and the helmet and all of that stuff. So they kind of took us around, but there wasn't much to see. So we just trusted that it was going to be good because from what we saw online and the Fairmont brand as a whole was a good brand. So we anticipated that obviously when they're done,
it'll be beautiful.
It should look nice. Yeah. So I think, I can't even remember now. It's been so long ago. Yeah. Anyway, there was a big gap between that. And then we went for a second viewing. And I think the second viewing was delayed. I think at that point is when we started to get a bit nervous because they were saying, oh, we're opening this week. Then we'll come. Okay, can we see it? They'll say, oh, no, it's not ready. Then the next week again, oh, no, it's not ready. So I think at that point, we started to get a bit nervous. But I think finally we got to see it, I think August 2021 or 2022.
Yeah.
Not 2022.
Oh, sorry.
August or September 2021 is when we got to see it. And it was perfect. Like, it was literally the most perfect venue for us.
That is very brave though.
I know.
For you to like go over construction site, but at the same time, it was beautiful. I remember seeing, I don't know, probably Marvin's story to be honest.
Yeah.
I remember seeing your wedding and I was like, oh my God, this venue is really pretty.
It's
like,
funny.
it's really, really pretty. I was like, where is that? Because I
penny.
remember we were looking at venues and so big up you. So I heard during your wedding process, you had a friend or bridesmaid, that dropped out on the day of the wedding.
Correct. Yeah. 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 It's a lot.
How did you handle that?
So what happened was basically I was getting my makeup done by my friend, Trad. So it was the day of the Trad. She was doing my makeup. And then she was like, oh, Jen, I need to tell you something. And I was like, oh, what? Because when someone is saying, I need to tell you something, my straight reaction was like,
what? Exactly. Just say, you would say what you need to say. Yeah.
Just tell me what it is. And then she was like, oh, X is not coming to the wedding. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope that she's okay. I was like, is everything all right? And she was like, no, she's really upset. She's crying. And I was like, oh
my God.
I genuinely hope she's okay. Because I was literally speaking to her the morning of the wedding because we had access cards for the Trad. And I had given her some access cards to give to some people at the door. So we was literally having a conversation. I think she was even at the nail shop. You know when you can hear the
person doing the...
Yeah. So everything just seemed normal. She was prepping.
Yeah.
So I was literally in shock. My first thought was genuinely, is she okay?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, she's crying, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I hope to see her next week, as in next week at the white wedding.
Yeah.
So that happened. She texted me the next day and she was like, oh, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. I missed it. Can't lie to you. I was hot.
Really?
I was angry. So I don't think I responded. I can't remember. I don't know if I did or I didn't. Anyway, but I was angry. So that happened. Then leading up to the white wedding, obviously you go for fittings with your bridesmaids as you do. So I'm going with my bridesmaids because I wanted to see how their dresses looked on them.
Yeah.
So sitting in the room and then is it tailor or seamstress? I don't know.
God.
The lady was like, oh, your bridesmaid said I should stop making her dress. That she's not coming to the wedding. I said, huh?
What?
I even thought she was even joking. Like I literally thought it was a prank. But then I realized that one of my other bridesmaids, she wasn't even laughing.
What? So one of my other
bridesmaids even knew.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what? Hold on. And she was like, yeah, she told me that I should stop making her dress, that she's not coming to the white wedding.
But she didn't tell you that she's not coming.
Me.
Oh my God.
So I said, is it? So then my other friend, the bridesmaid, she pulled me to the side and she was like, yeah, that I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how to tell you. I thought it would be better for her to tell you first than me.
Okay. So what is it? Like everyone, can we get to the point, please? Like, what is it?
Yeah. And it was an emotional thing for me because I thought you didn't show up to the Trad, you dropped out on the day.
Yeah.
Then you couldn't even tell me that you weren't going to come to the white. I had to find out through the tailor.
That's mad.
That you weren't coming to my wedding.
And just so everyone knows, how many bridesmaids did you have?
So I had 7 bridesmaids.
Oh, okay. So not too bad,
but
much. It's still annoying.
Yeah, it's still annoying. Especially if it's the week of. Like I think
a week of on the day.
On the day, exactly. But even Trad, that one,
you can still manage.
I cared, but then I didn't care. Because like you said, in Trad, you can still manage.
Yeah.
But for the white wedding, obviously you've already matched up.
Yeah.
Like, people have partners and stuff, right? So anyway, I had a conversation with her and she was just like, yeah, I can't tell you why, but I'm sorry.
Aww.
And I said, okay, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was saying, I won't lie. At first I was angry. No, I was angry.
And you know what?
I have to be honest. I was upset. I can't lie. However, looking back, people have lives and things happen in people's lives and you don't know why people do the things that they do. So I do extend, is it grace.
Yeah.
I give that to her. I just wish.
So yeah, whatever that is, whatever that means. So you think grace was whatever he said.
So I'm gonna use that. No, seriously, I mean it, guys. I really, really mean it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was upset. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
I was, but then at the end of the day, like I think you were saying it earlier, people. Your wedding is not the only thing that's happening in that person's life.
Literally not. Yeah.
As much as you feel like you're the center of attention, or you think it's all about you. In reality, it's actually not.
Can you say why she dropped out?
She hasn't said to me till this day why she dropped out. I don't know why she dropped out. I don't know why. I don't know why she dropped out. She hasn't told me till today why she dropped out. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you still friends?
Well, I don't know.
That is hard. No, that's really
It is hard. And I think it's something that I've been like trying to process and deal with, because obviously we had a really good friendship before, and then for you to do that. And then I think for me, it was like, you didn't show up as a bridesmaid, but you could have showed up as a guest. Even if we're friends, right? And something's happened, maybe you don't want to be a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, I get that. I don't know. People have anxiety. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But then to not even come to see the day that I'm getting married, and we're supposed to be friends.
No, that's really hard. Yeah. And the fact that you haven't even been able to have any closure since the wedding, and it's been a solid year and more, that's tough.
And I'm actually glad that you said that, because I used to walk around saying to people, like, whenever the story would come up, right, and people would ask, oh, how was your planning process? I would say, oh, she doesn't owe me anything, blah, blah, blah. But then one day I think I was speaking to someone, I think she was a planner, and she was like, but she actually does.
She does.
She made a commitment to you as a friend. She made a commitment to your day, and she didn't show up.
Yeah.
So she does to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Maybe not the full story,
100%.
but some form of explanation.
100%.
I thought, actually, do you know what? I kind of agree.
Yeah, your feelings are definitely valid in that sense. It's like, in the moment, it's like, okay, cool, there's bigger fish to fry. Fair enough. Whatever she's going through could be a super emergency. But, we've had a solid year and more.
Yeah.
to really address that, or just like, even just to say a little bit of why.
Yeah.
But I hope you're okay.
I'm okay.
You're trying.
No, in all seriousness, like, it's something that like I said, I'm just trying to deal with it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, forgiveness, all Christians.
It's a grace or whatever that is.
Forgiveness. So, I'm trying.
I'm trying. Pastor.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Let's put the sound in it.
Oh my gosh.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Oh no. And you know what? I think that's one of the and this is why the bride's room exists. I say this all the time. Like, because there's someone that's probably going through that right now.
Yeah.
Wondering why, like, did you ever care about me? Like, was our friendship ever that deep? Like, or even having a moment of realization where it's like, I actually prioritized you higher in my life than you did in your life. Yeah. And it's definitely hurtful.
No, it is.
Definitely hurtful. I had a destination wedding. I can't really say, I'm definitely someone that kind of leaves, first of all, I do want to say I thank God for everyone that does show up in my life. I'm really, really appreciative of them. But yeah, there were definitely moments, especially with the destination wedding, where people were dropping out. They were just like, yep, can't come. And it's like, oh, okay, wow. Like, I only had 50 guests between myself and my husband. So that meant I only had a solid 25 people between friends and family. So those that picked and dropped out, I didn't really get that emotional, to be honest. It's kind of like, okay, cool. I'm very much like, okay, well, that's where you're going to place me in your life, then I'm just going to match same energy.
Same energy.
Yeah. Like, and I think that's all you can do really sometimes as well. Just giving my 2 pence. I know you didn't really ask for it, but
no, and I think that's useful. I just think the whole like bride and bridesmaid thing,
it's a wonderful dynamic, isn't it?
It's I don't know. I swore up and down that I would never ever be one of those brides that has issues with her bridesmaid, because obviously you pick your friends, you pick your sisters, you pick people that you love. Yeah. But I don't know what it is. There's just something about being a bridesmaid that just triggers madness.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, after the wedding, I had a lot of people. So I did think with a lot of people, I'm not naive. Obviously, there's a lot of people. So you would think, okay, so, like a percentage of them would move crazy. But I thank God none of them actually really moved crazy. I only had one person that I'm not like on good terms with that. It is what it is. Like, can't, like, that's life, right? But yeah, it's mad. It's mad that some people, I don't know what it is.
But what do you think it is? I don't understand why every bride must come back and report that my bridesmaid did.
What is it? Office.
Seriously.
I know, right? Me and the bridesmaid, well, we're going to figure it out. Come here and you can come and explain because I don't know.
What is it?
I actually don't know. I don't know. I think it's more white weddings as well, though.
Yeah.
But I will say the key is to have a small wedding. Have a small white wedding. I think, well, how many people did you have at your white wedding?
About 375.
That's a big wedding.
I mean, that's a precise number. That's how much we planned for. So I don't know if it was under that or over, but we planned
a lot of people, though.
You think so? That's small for a Nigerian white wedding, I think.
Yeah, we had this. So we only had 50. So,
but you had a really big trad.
Yeah, really. So
you could get away with that.
I know. That's the thing. I know that was the whole plan. I'm not gonna lie.
That's smart.
I'm not gonna lie. That was because you had a big trad as well, though.
Not as big as yours. I think yours was what? How many guests did you have at your trad?
We planned for 600,
and you probably had like 1,000.
Yeah, we did.
Exactly. So yours was not anywhere near mine.
Yours wasn't your all the same size.
The capacity, I think, was for like. How much is Princess?
I think it's like 600 as well. Maybe. You filled it?
Yeah, we filled it.
That's about 1,000 as well.
No.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know.
It probably was.
Counting every person.
I'm going to put a
we planned for like 600. So in terms of who showed up or didn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do because I saw people there that didn't have Aisha B.
Yeah, and then they were there in there.
Yeah, they were there. I was looking at them from the corner of my eye.
You know yourself.
So probably more than that. But gosh, if I could go... if I could go back,
and they're telling me you're Nigerian without telling me you're Nigerian.
Oh gosh, if I could go back, I would definitely have had a smaller white wedding.
Really?
Because now I've learned that people don't actually deserve to be at your white wedding.
Yeah, agreed. I agreed. No,
they don't deserve it. Why am I giving you the honor? Not to say that I'm like some special big person.
No,
but I think a white wedding is so significant.
Intimate.
It's an intimate thing. You're getting married. And you're just inviting every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yeah.
For what reason? Yeah. Because I want to make my parents happy.
Are you saying 5 minutes or you want to contribute to... Okay.
Oh, that was quick.
I know.
This is what you...
yeah, literally.
That goes so quickly. Yeah, I don't think everyone deserves to actually be at your white wedding.
Yeah.
Because how many of these people actually check on you?
That's the thing.
Like and say, oh, I hope you and your husband are doing good.
This is what
like,
Safi said. If you haven't seen that episode 3, Safi was saying that as well. She was like, so why don't you call me?
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to be invited, are you on my call list kind of thing? And yeah, I agree. That's why I had 50. And I think it was the most amazing thing ever. Obviously, things will still go wrong as a bride. Yeah. Like you will see all the mistakes, but there was something still very beautiful about still being able to just share our love with the people that like we genuinely care about. I'm not saying that we don't care about other people, and like the people that came to our trad, we do care about you guys.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the people that show up a little bit more, yeah, it was nice to just share that moment with just them. So with that being said, Jennifer.
Even one's fine.
Jen, thank you so much for joining me here today at the Bride's Room. I really enjoyed this conversation. I probably say this every episode. I actually genuinely did enjoy this episode. Same. Hilarious. You know, we're going to continue to give grace. We're going to continue to...
And forgive. Apply forgiveness and
receive
grace.
It. You know, key things as well. Time management as well. What would you say to anyone watching this today? What are the key things that you want to actually share?
What would I say? I would say don't leave your day entirely into someone else's hands. I think it's easy to get lost in the sauce, get lost in the moment. But I think if you want the day that you truly want, you have to participate in that. So don't be like me and be away with the fairies and not be looking at the time. So yeah, just support, be on top of everything. If your planner or your coordinator has a schedule, you two have your own schedule.
For real.
So yeah, that's what I'd say.
No, agreed. So guys, I'm introducing to you guys a new segment called Read the Room, where we read your dilemmas. You know, we know what it's like to be brides. We've been there. We know what it's like to, you know, go back and forth with your fiance / future hubby to be, or, you know, sometimes you can even get mother of the Bridezillas, whatever that is. And sometimes it's just hard, you know? So send in your dilemmas. Let us give you guys our 2 pence. You know, we've been down the journey. So yeah. Your opportunity to give us your dilemmas. We read them. We give our 2 pence. You have fun. You feel relieved. You might not be a crazy person. Maybe you're a crazy person. Who knows? But this is a safe space. The Bride's Room. So enjoy. Yeah, anonymously. Doesn't matter. We're never going to say names. Yeah, send it all. Rough, not rough. We don't judge. The judgment-free zone. So we're going again with another Read the Room dilemma. This is your opportunity to send in your dilemmas where we basically give our 2 pence on what we think, you know? So, yes, so this one is titled, Am I in the wrong for not wanting my cousin as a bridesmaid? Hi, Aisha. For the first time ever, I'm getting married in November next year. Yay. And I started discussing my plans with my mum and sister. My mum has warned me that my aunt will be expecting me to make my cousin a bridesmaid. I do not want that. I'll keep it brief, but essentially, she's the most spoiled, annoying, entitled person I've ever known, and I cannot stand her. My aunt sees her as an angel and is very family orientated and believes family should be involved with everything. Now, I should mention my aunt is really a kind and caring woman, and I love her so much, but I cannot tolerate my cousin. There's no question about it. I'm not making her bridesmaid. I've already picked them out. My mum said that my aunt will be heartbroken, but she backed my decision. I'm sure I'm a horrible person for not allowing this, but would I be in the wrong? Also, I want advice from anyone who reads this. How do I go about telling my aunt this decision with as minimal damage as possible? I don't want to be the person causing the rift in the family because I upset someone. Thank you for advice and love your podcast. What's your thoughts?
It's not by force.
Did you have that kind of dilemma?
No.
Is it?
Luckily for me.
Oh, lucky you. Are you from a big family? Yeah, well, you seem like you're from a big family. 600 people.
Not.
Really?
That's my mum. But I'm actually not. I just
Really?
have 2 sisters and a brother. Most of my cousins are in Nigeria. But I don't think it's by force to have family members in your bridal party. I think what we're saying in terms of bridesmaids, I think you have to pick them carefully.
Yeah.
Planning a wedding, getting married, it's not a small thing. And I think you have to be selective of the people that are going to be part of your process.
Yeah.
Just because someone is your blood,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Have you showed up? Yeah, no, I hear it.
Because they can be your blood, but you might not necessarily be close to them. You don't see how, they're going to support your day. You don't see how they're going to add value. So
Agreed.
I think, I don't think it's by force. Maybe create something like Sisters of the Bride.
Bye. What is that? I would be offended. Like, if I'm not a bridesmaid, it's okay. I'll just join together. I should be girls.
No, but you can do that. My friend did that. She had this thing where she had like... No, you can create something where maybe you have like cousins in your family or something.
Like family
Make
lace.
them feel special.
Yeah,
create like a little family lace thing and, let them be happy and content with that.
No.
And I think they would be happy.
Yeah, that doesn't always happen, to be honest. I was in that position. Are we wrapping up? Oh, no, but I wouldn't say my story. Okay, yeah, because I actually was put in that position for my trad.
Oh my gosh.
I was put in a position where, it wasn't even about being a bride, just I didn't invite certain family members to the wedding the other day. But yeah, I got into big trouble.
You didn't invite them to your trad?
No.
That had 1,000 guests?
I ain't seen you in yonks, like years. Huh? They perceive themselves, but...
You took the piss. You took the piss. I'm sorry. You had that big trad. You couldn't even spare one invite. You couldn't spare one invite. Nah,
you know what? Let's wrap it up. On that note, that's it. That's the end. Cut the camera.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna